So this was in my very first area. Um, I was with my trainer, and we had just got put into like a new uh, rama branch that they just like opened up. So we didn't have missionaries in there, and so we didn't really have any investigators when I got there. So for the first couple of weeks, we were just finding. And I remember we were talking in the street, and we found this one lady. We gave her a card, like a pass along card, and we asked if we'd come by tomorrow. She said, "Yeah, sure, come on by." So we went by the next day, and she said that the day before we had given her that card, she had broke down crying because she's going through some really tough times in her life. And she prayed for like the first time in a really long time. And she prayed and she asked God, like, if he was there, if he loved her, for him to like show her a sign, or she wanted to find him. Like, she was just at the lowest of the low. She had no idea what to do or where to go. And the next day we found her, gave her this pass along card. So we got into the house and she was so ready. She was so willing. She listened to every word we said. And we taught her the word of wisdom like a week or two later. And she had been smoking like almost a pack or two, like 2 packs a day, because she was just like really nervous, and she would just go through it, wouldn't stop. And she had such a strong testimony at this point of the Book of Mormon. She knew it was all true, that she knew she had to quit smoking. And we set a goal for her. She was smoking 2 packs a day, and we set a goal for her to quit in like a month. And she said, "No, I can do it in 2 weeks." And we set a goal for like a certain number per day, and it was just like, I don't know, like 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, like each day. And she kept it. And it was amazing to see the change that happened in her life within, a 1 month. She had just been, through the circumstances of her life, completely prepared and just lived everything to exactly what the commandments were. And she felt those blessings, felt the Spirit in her life. She was living with another guy at the time, and they weren't married. And his name was Juan Pablo. And at the beginning, he didn't really buy into everything we were talking about. He didn't feel the same Spirit. He wasn't really prepared, I guess you could say, at that point in time. And so he wouldn't listen in for a while. But after like a week or two, when we kept going by and like giving service and stuff, and he could see these changes in not his wife, but his girlfriend, he started listening. And he came to church one time, and he could feel the Spirit in the church really strongly. And so, a month or two later, we were teaching them all the time, and they were just so excited about the gospel and about these changes they were seeing in their lives. They wanted to get married, but in Chile, it takes a really long time for you to get divorced. And this guy was married to another woman, and they just, like, a lot of times you'll just separate in Chile and you won't get divorced because the way the laws of the land work, it takes like 2 years or something to get divorced, and it costs a lot of money. And so he went down to the civil law building and like figured it out, and he had to wait like a long time to get divorced, but as soon as he could, he did it, and then they were going to get married. Sadly, they ended up separating, but she got baptized, and he was still going to church by the time I left the mission, but he still wasn't baptized. But I can always hope that he does one day.